Yes, so we are live now. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sharmila Show House. I am Olivia, and today I have a very special guest with me. Somebody who have given us a lot of social message. Somebody who has told us how to be Savdhan and Satark. Please welcome for the first time in our channel, Sharmila Show House, Mr. Annup Soni. Hi, sir. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm very good, sir. Sir, a man from Jaipur had a dream he wants to become an actor, and then he went to Mumbai to pursue it. How was your journey from that, person who want to become an actor till today?
Yeah, it's very interesting actually. When you look back, you feel that when you started, you had no clue how to become a professional actor. See, performing as an actor is a very different scenario, and thinking that you want to make acting as your profession is very different. And especially, I'm talking about late 90s.
Yes,
When
sir.
the opportunities were not as many as they are today, but and no guidance. Basically, today I feel that even a 15-year-old, I meet a lot of 15-year-old to 18-year-old girls and boys, and the way they work, they sound so professional. The way they operate at the location, at their work, they sound so confident. So what I'm saying is that coming from those days till today, I think it was a pretty interesting journey.
You were pursuing LLB, and then you wanted to do acting. What was your parents' reaction? I'm sure it was not easy because it's not easy for a lot of people around here.
No, it's not like that. I wanted to do LLB and then I decided I want to be an actor. See, the point is that I used to act before my college time also. In fact, I started. See, participation in school activities very different. But after my class 12th, I was doing amateur theater before I joined college. So where people will buy tickets and come and play, and they were like very nominal tickets in Jaipur city. So I was doing theater, but I didn't know how to make this as a profession, and even I didn't think that, oh, I will make this as this acting my profession, and that's going to be my future work. But the thing is that I was very clear that I wanted a very, if I can say, a very dignified position in the society. So how I'm talking about, say, mid 90s, when I
Yeah.
am in my, in say my early 20s, and at that time, what you feel is that if you are educated, if you have a certain professional degree, then you are considered respectable in the society. So I was very clear that you have to have a certain respectful standing in the society. So I was very clear, okay, theater is a hobby, acting is a hobby, you keep on doing it, because I didn't know how to become a professional actor. So I did my graduation, then I joined LLB. So while I was doing my LLB, I came to know about National School of Drama, and going to National School of Drama, studying for 3 years as an actor. I think that changed the whole game plan. Then I decided that if I'm studying acting for 3 years, then I must try as a professional actor.
I was about to ask you about NSD National School of Drama. It's a dream of a lot of people who wants to become an actor. How was your journey? Are you still in contact with the students, your batchmates?
Yeah, yeah, very much. In today's time, I think because of social media and because of WhatsApp, I think everybody is in touch with. So we all have our own batch group where all the batchmates are part of it, and we are in touch with each other. Obviously, out of 20, you are a little more closer to one or two. You are a little more in touch with two, three. You have their, while studying also, you have these kind of groups, so you are in touch with them, but in a group, you are together. So we wish each other on their birthdays, and we keep posting each other's work also. We keep appreciating each other's work also.
When you went to Mumbai at the very initial days, how did the city of dream treat you? Because I'm sure you didn't have any backup out there, no godfather in the industry. So how did it treat you?
So I think it's not about a city treating you in a certain way. It's about how much you are passionate about your work, how much you want to give in, how much you want to work hard. You have to have your focus clear. So when I came here, I was very clear that, I don't want to leave. Uh, if I decide that I want to go back to my work, then it has to be after I'm satisfied that I've given my 100%. I was very sure about that. I said, till I'm not sure that I have given my 100%, and then I feel, oh my God, I'm tired. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think very initial stage only, whatever little bit work I did, I got a lot of appreciation, and I got this feeling that, it's just a matter of time. I should keep pushing myself because eventually it's your work. It's not only luck. I'm saying luck is a very important factor. जिसको बोलते हैं ना कि किस्मत में लिखा है, तो वो सब फैक्टर्स तो हैं ही हैं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आपका अपना टैलेंट और आपका अपना फोकस, आपका डिसिप्लिन, आपका पैशन, that also plays a very very important role. So I kind of got this feeling that कि यार काम तो मिल जाएगा, थोड़ा वेट करना पड़ेगा. So I think
You have done theater, you have done anchoring, you have done acting. Three of them are very different from each other. Which one do you enjoy doing more?
see, I enjoy as an actor. I was never an anchor. See, I always say that anchoring is a different uh, medium. I would say that. So nobody's trained to become an actor. I was never trained to become an anchor. I was always an actor, and till today, I would say that I'm an actor. So I act. So when I anchored, also, I understood the concept of the show, and I acted as an anchor. Because what is the motive of that show? So I never treated that, oh, I'm anchoring a show. I just took, like, when you play a character, you understand your character. What is this character doing in the script? What is the role you are playing? What is your contribution? So the same way, when I was anchoring, I understood what is the concept of the show, what does the show wants to convey, what is the expectation from me as an anchor, what am I supposed to convey. So I took all that and then I performed. So I enjoy
Since
acting.
we talk, since we are talking about anchoring, we all know you have given Crime Patrol a big hit. Tell me one incident from Crime Patrol you forever remember, something that will stay with you.
See, I tell you this. There are a lot of incidents, but I always say that there is one particular incident. I used to shoot. There is a place called Mud Island in Bombay,
Mhm.
where a lot of shooting happens. There are a lot of bungalows which are rented out for shoots. So when you are coming from the Andheri side, there is a small boat. If you go by road, it takes almost 1.5 hour. Especially when
Yeah.
once in traffic. But minimum you take 1 hour to reach there from my house. So I used to take this ferry. The small boat, which used to charge 3 rupees or 4 rupees. I think they charge now 10 rupees. So you go to that boat stand, you take a boat and cross the boat. So I used to travel a lot from that boat. So when you
Hmm.
get down from the boat, so you come out, you have to walk a little bit, some distance you
Okay.
have to walk. So there was this, I would say, an uncle in those days. He was in his early 60s, few years back, and obviously, people when I'm crossing and people around that, they are used to seeing actors because a lot of actors use that mode of transport to go for shootings. So it's not that they go crazy seeing actors because they see actors daily walking in front of them. But this
Yeah.
one uncle came to me. He said, "I watch your show," or he said, "कि end में जो आके तुम बोलते हो ना," and then he did this gesture on his heart and he said, "इधर लगता है वो, इधर लगता है." I think that was and the he was so genuine the way he said it. I said, okay, at least my work is reaching out to people in a right way. Because when he said ना कि जो तुम end में आके बोलते हो वो इधर लगता है, I said कुछ तो चलो अच्छा है. So that was a quite a memorable moment for me.
Your first television show was the Seahawks. When did you recognize that you are becoming famous? When did you realize that now people know me?
See, when Seahawks days, television actors were not very, very popular.
Hmm.
Because obviously when the daily soap started happening in television, the cable system happened. Then, I think television actors started getting a lot of recognition. But before that, I would say that people were not like, because it was Seahawks used to come on DD Metro. But yes, one thing
Yeah.
I realized after doing Seahawks, that first I got a nomination for Screen Awards, because in those days, Screen Award used to give only three awards for television. One was Best Actor, Best Television Show, and Best Actress. So for Seahawks, I got nominated for Best Actor in Screen Awards. After that, I realized one thing, that there was no dearth of work, but it was mainly on television. A lot of work I got, and the feeling that yes, now I can move on, in the sense that I can settle in the city, and the city has accepted me, the industry has accepted me. After that, I was always busy working. It was never like that. I want work, but the work is not coming my way. Whenever I was not working, I was not working by choice.
Hmm. In the initial days when you were doing Seahawks, industry was very different in terms of technicality, in terms of everything, people's want and choice towards films and television. Now it is very different. OTT platforms are coming up. People want more raw content. How is this transition? Even in terms of technicality, it has changed a lot. How did this transition? How are you coping up with this transition?
See, there is no need to cope. As an actor, you are an actor. You are supposed to do
Mhm.
what is required from you to do. See, the difference is the content. I tell you, in Seahawks days, films were larger than life. The stories which they used to make were larger than life. They were more like fantasy. Hero
Hmm.
being launched. Today, you don't see heroes being launched with the guitar in their hand, and standing on two bikes or two horses. Those were the different days. Television was very realistic in those days. If you see Seahawks, if you see Saya, which was another show which I did, those were all very realistic shows. What you are seeing, the realism in cinema and OTT today, television was like that before 2000. It was very close to reality. Today,
Yeah.
television has become larger than life. It is like a fantasy, because what they show in television doesn't really happen in reality, and the films and OTT are much much closer to reality. So that's the reason I am focusing more on films and OTT now.
I have seen you in Balika Badhu. I have seen you in Class of 83. Very different characters you have played in both of them. How do you prepare for these characters? Do you have any, kind of process that you go through?
See, I think every actor has a different process of working on the character they are playing, but over the period, uh, over the years, I have realized that for me, the first impression comes after reading the script. When I read the script, or first you get a narration from your director or from someone, that is the basic line of the character you get. But once you read the script, I think the script tells you a lot how to perform. The dialogue tells you how to perform. So I depend a lot on script, and then obviously when you go on floor, your director is there, your co-actors are there, and the whole atmosphere is different. But initially, I would say for me, script is very, very important to understand my character.
Uh, so, with name, fame, and money comes lot of negativity, lot of pullbacks. How do you cope up with it? How do you deal with the negativity around you?
I think luckily I am out of it. I have never been part of this kind of a negativity, because I don't remember, because I have always focused on my work. I and also I would say that I never had an overnight success. My
Okay.
whatever, if I call it success, I never considered that, oh, I'm successful and I'm very popular. I never thought like that. But what I'm trying to say is, if you see the graph of my work, it's always that I've been busy with work. You work, people appreciate your work. By one work you get the another work, people see you in like, for example, Class of 83 was a very different kind of a role. Somebody saw Class of 83 and offered me another different role. So by when people see your work, they realize your potential, and I feel that work is the only way to communicate and tell people that you are capable of doing different things. So I have always been focused on my work. तो इसलिए मुझे नहीं लगता कि मैं कोई इतना नेगेटिविटी में इन्वॉल्व रहा हूँ. ज्यादातर नेगेटिविटी आई थिंक तब अट्रैक्ट होती है जब आपको ओवरनाइट सक्सेस मिलती है.
Yeah.
Suddenly, oh my God, he was nobody and today he has become somebody. I think my
Hmm.
graph was gradual. So
Yes.
nobody noticed. किसी को लगता नहीं है कि मैं सक्सेसफुल हूँ. I am happy with that.
Like you told, like you didn't get success overnight. Were you ever uncertain about the decision of taking acting as a career?
नहीं यार, ऐसा कभी नहीं था. वो कहते हैं ना कि जब आपका पैशन अगर आपका प्रोफेशन बन जाए तो it's always a win-win situation. You know, I was working, I was very passionate about acting until today. I think acting is the only work which kind of satisfies me. Nothing else can satisfy me.
Mhm.
Even if as an actor you want that, okay, you want to start some business side by side, but I think eventually it will be acting which will make me happy every day. So
Mhm.
you are doing your job and you are getting a decent remuneration to do that job. इससे better और क्या हो सकता है?
So a lot of young people are watching you today. There are many people like me also who wants to become an actor or an actress. What is that one suggestion, one opinion you want to give them? Because I know our generation, we don't have much patience. We want everything very fast. So something that you want to tell us.
I think patience is one of the most important virtue which you need. Uh, See, more than definitely, patience is very important because it's so unpredictable. Because why I
Mhm.
say that it's unpredictable, because acting is a profession which is not a specialized profession. When I say not a specialized profession, that means that you don't need any degree, you don't need
Yes.
anything, you don't need any kind of qualification. But for example, tomorrow, if you decide that, or I decide that, oh, I want to become an actor, yaar. Maybe, I've been acting for 20 years now. I'm bored. Can I become a surgeon tomorrow? Let me just try surgery. I'll do some few surgeries and then I'll come back to acting. I can't,
Hmm.
because to become a surgeon, I have to study for years. But a surgeon कैसे, अरे यार मैं इतना पढ़ाई लिखाई किया, एमबीबीएस किया, सर्जन बन गया, पिछले 15 साल से ज्यादा वही हार्ट सर्जरीज कर रहा हूँ. यू नो चलो ठीक है. आई इन कॉलेज आई यूज्ड टू लव एक्टिंग एंड आई वाज अ प्रीटी गुड एक्टर. लेट्स ट्राई एक्टिंग यार, अभी तो ही कैन कम एंड बी योर कॉम्पिटिटर. सो he can decide, any chartered accountant, any engineer, any doctor, any IITian, anybody, any businessman, anybody can come and become your competitor, but you can't become anybody's competitor if you're only an actor. So it is not a specialized job. Competition is much, much more. Uh, yes, good actors are welcomed. Your good acting is definitely appreciated. I don't want to discourage anyone. Eventually, it's the talent, but there are so many talented people. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean to say you have to be patient. Another thing is that if you come to this profession thinking that, oh, there is a lot of fame in this profession and I will earn a lot of money,
Mhm.
swanky cars, smart clothes I'll wear, and people will recognize me. Yes, all that is there. It is there. And it will happen also. But if you come only thinking that that's your motivation, then you will not be able to survive for a longer period. Ask yourself if you're passionate about acting, because if you're passionate about acting, you will be always happy when you perform well. But if you're focusing only on the glamorous part of this profession, then you will not be happy when you are not popular, when you are not getting what you want, because that whole glam and popularity will come down. It will eventually come down. So I
So
think if you're passionate, then it'll you can stay longer.
yeah, yeah.
You
When
can
I
survive.
first saw you in Balika Vadhu, yes, sir. Pardon?
Saying you can survive for a longer period if you're passionate about your
Yes, sir.
profession, or if you want to become an actor.
Very true, sir. Very true. When I first saw you in Valika Vadhu, sir, I was pretty young. I was in class five probably, and I from then I realized how good you have a voice. Like till now, when I'm talking to you, your voice is so good. Did you ever think of voice acting? Because it's now it's a very thing going on.
No,
Everybody's
no, I did
doing
that.
voice
I
acting.
in fact, initially when I started acting, I did some radio ads and all that. I did couple of ads,
Huh.
and then obviously I wanted to focus more on acting. But today I think there is no restriction. Earlier it used to be either you are a voice artist or you are an actor. So I was very clear that I want to be an actor. But today I think actors are also doing voicing and doing dubbing for others and advertising. So today I'm absolutely open if there is any kind of interesting voice work. Like recently, my podcast called "The Unsung Heroes" have released on Audible. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got released 2 days back. So there
Mhm.
are 20 episodes where I'm narrating. So that's just an audio. That's just voice,
Mhm.
where I'm narrating some inspiring stories inspired by the real incidents. It's called the Unsung Heroes, available on Audible. So I am working towards that also.
um, so 2020 and 2021 was a very, bad time for everybody. Human movement was restricted. What is this one thing that kept you going? One quote, in fact, you live by?
I think because initially the whole scenario was so people were unaware. People समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि what is this disease? Yeah, you were so unclear. Even the doctors were also not sure what treatment to be given and all. I think फिर मैंने अपने दिमाग में एक ही आंसर दिया था ठीक है यार अब मरना होगा तो मर जाएंगे ठीक है जब तक जी रहे हैं खुद से जिए जब जाना है तो जाना है everybody has to go one day so yeah, I think when I told myself I said ठीक है ज्यादा टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है ठीक है ना जिस दिन जाना होगा चले जाएंगे यार अभी से टेंशन लेके क्या फायदा आई थिंक दैट हेल्प मी टू मूव ऑन ठीक है यार जाने दो जितना भी
Thank you so
everything
much, sir.
that doesn't mean that people should not feel that I'm just saying कि ठीक है कुछ भी करो I'm saying taking all the precautions जो हम precautions
Yeah.
सब ले रहे थे whether we were sanitizing our hands and eating and cleaning and mask and everything not going out if not necessary वो सब precautions लेते हुए भी लोग घबरा रहे थे ना तो आई थिंक उसके ये सब प्रिकॉशन लेने के बाद मुझे लगा जैसा मैंने पहले कहा था ना कि गिव योर 100%. सो इफ यू
Mhm.
फॉर कोविड ऑल्सो आई थिंक इफ यू आर 100% श्योर दैट यू आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ यू आर टेकिंग ऑल द प्रिकॉशन उसके बाद छोड़ दो फिर मत ज्यादा सोचो
Slowly and steadily, the world is unfolding again.
yes much
Yes.
better we are
So, what are
hoping
your
that
upcoming
it will be
projects? Yes, sir. So, what are your upcoming projects? When are we again seeing you back in the screen?
the restriction is that in OTT and films you can't talk too much about the work.
Oh,
But anyway, I'll tell you there is one series which is going to come on Netflix.
okay.
There's one series which is going to come on Z5. And there's one series which I don't know where it will come, but all three of them I have finished shooting for. And I can
Mhm.
guarantee people who like my work, people who watch my work, my audience, that they will be surprised because all three roles are very different. Especially two are very, very different. They have never ever seen me in those kind of avatars. So I'm very, very kicked about those projects. But I think the first one will come by May or June. I think it'll start
Mhm.
streaming. Apart from that, I'm starting my new web series for Hotstar now, this month only. Then there is an indie film which I did. Indie film is like an independent, small budgeted film, but
Okay.
brilliant script where I'm playing the lead role in that. So all these 4 5 projects are going to come this year now.
We all will be waiting for your, projects, sir. Thank you so much for joining us in Sharmila Show House today. Something you want to tell to the audience of Sharmila Show House?
I just say that you guys are doing good work, reaching out to the right kind of actors and introducing their lives to the audience, to their fans. So that's a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining us and giving us your precious time. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Olivia.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
All the
Bye, sir.
best.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.